Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another awesome episode of Creative Engineering. My subjects and visitors, my name is Vanilla Ice, and well, let's get started. Hey everyone, it's good to be back. I appreciate you all for your support. By the way, if you can help me out, I really would appreciate it. I need to save up like $3,000 for a new computer, but honestly, I can't do that without your help. That's why I've set up a Ko-Fi. The link's in the description. I mean, my computer is almost 10 years old, and it's to the point of where it's literally I can't AFK, so big builds like today's arc furnace are really make it harder for me to do and take longer for me to put out these episodes. So especially since we're almost done this episode, almost done this series, and it's almost time for a new one where AFK will be required for me to gather materials, like in order to make it go at a good pace. I definitely need your guys' help and support. You guys would be willing to consider donating to give me a tip via Ko-Fi. I would appreciate it, or even a membership over on the blog. There's either a monthly option, $5, or a $50 option, and now they're available just via the shop. And you can pick either one right there. You don't have to go anywhere else, and it's through WooCommerce, which means Stripe is an option. You've got various things that Stripe helps you accept. I've also added e-transfer if you're Canadian, and if you're international, there's crypto as well. Of course, if you're Canadian and want to do crypto, I'm not going to stop you, but those are the options you got for paying for a membership. And remember, membership will get you a sign in my public Minecraft worlds, access to the members only area of the Discord, and of course access to some exclusive posts on the blog. If you want to continue supporting my family friendly content, I strongly suggest you do that. With that being said, let's dive into today's episode. So today I'm going to be working on the arc furnace, which is this big behemoth. Honestly, it's got a lot of blocks for me to do. And, well, here's all the blocks. You might want to pause the video and write these down if you want to build one of these in your own world. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to go stop recording here. I'm going to go and get all these items. And when I'm ready to build the arc furnace, I'll come back where we're going to be building it, and I'll show you how it's built. Until then, see you in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The area of the thing is a whopping 5x5, so I'm trying to figure out how to put it together. I mean, it's kind of the book's kind of good, but it's not perfect. I mean, I gotta figure out where stuff goes. Like, I know steel blocks are gonna go there and here. I mean, where else is it gonna go? Okay, so we need some. Use some sheet metal. Slabs go there. One there, then a heavy. Okay, and then we do like that. Okay, so heavy goes there. Then it's okay, so it's 3 slabs there. Oh, arc furnace. And then 3 more in front of them. Okay, that makes sense. And then, okay, so this is just 1 slab there. It's not 2. And it looks like the rest of this is slabs. Yep, so next is, okay, so that's the bottom layer. Next layer is... Okay, so that's where... So 3 of these go here. At the back. Then we got the heavies on either side. Okay, so that... Then... Let's see here. Probably should bring out that and that. Oh, actually no. We're gonna need these probably. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so more blocks of steel on there, and in the middle here is... Looks like 6 of these. Okay. Oh, and the redstone engineering block goes there. That'll probably be the control. Then we can go another block up. Okay. So it looks like steel sheet metal. Yep, steel sheet. Okay, so then it's a block of steel on either. No, not that. It's a block of steel. So those go there. The sheet metal goes there and there. 3 more of these electrodes. Then we do this across again, but extends out by 2. Like that. Okay. We are going to have to activate our engine, looks like. Okay, and we are going to need... Let's see what's next. Then it's... Okay. So it's that on either side. We have an engineering block in the middle. And then 3 by 3 of... That's where these go here. Okay. And then probably just another 1 block up. Yep. Okay, so 3 in the middle with the... Once again, there, and there. And then, to right-click it, the format is... Right-click on... I right-click with the hammer onto the cauldron, and that should form the arc furnace, ladies and gentlemen. I know I built it a bit far over, but hey, walking room. There we go. Okay, so this is where the... Okay, so probably got our right click. Yep. Okay, so the electrons probably go... Okay, so these are the inputs. These are probably out... Okay. Okay, so the power is where? Okay, so that's probably... That might be input. Input... Yeah, because I think what's... Let's see here. Where is this? This can tell me. Where's the... I forget where... That's definitely... Are these the... Is that the power back here? That's a lot of power. Okay, so I do have a power thing, so we're going to put the power... Put the power on the middle one. And I'll do a cable. And then we'll go... Export energy. And we're going to... The power directly in the bottom. We aren't going to automate this because, well, let's face it, it's something that's very complex. And let's see if our electrodes are ready. Yes, they are. Excellent. So we're going to need all 3 of these. And these go here, here, and here. And as you can see, they show up top. And the power, of course, is where the magic happens. I'm not going to automate this. Simply because, well... I feel that automating this is like the wrong step for us. Yeah, the road is here, so that's way too far. That's like underneath something, so... I think the power... I think the power cable's usually here. I'm gonna run this way. I'll just keep digging this out until I find the power. But I'm gonna add a light in here. Just so it makes it a bit more brighter for you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out where the power is, because... where my integrated dynamics power cable is, because I do not want... I could have connected it to like a different network, but... to a different part of the network, but I want it run this... You never know what you... I never know if I want to build more stuff here. And it's always proper to build stuff. I mean, yeah, it is part of that factory, so I could have done that like that, but... at the same time... I just don't like that idea. I feel it's, well... a bit rude to do that. Unless you got permission, I feel that it's always better to have permission if you're going to do something, so... And yeah, I don't need permission from anyone else technically to do this, but at the same time, I like designing it to be logical. I'm a logical type of guy. So if something isn't logical to me, it tends to confuse me. Oh, bother. There we go. Let's run our cable up. There we go. And I can cover that in, because I'm gonna... There, now this should be... This has power, and it's got some graphical electrodes. What I can do in the arc furnace is actually quite a bit extra stuff. So let me show you the arc furnace recipes. So... arc. We'll right click that, and we'll show you the recipes. Like, if I get raw gold, I can turn it into... It actually improves your ore efficiency. Or you can make alloys, like electrum, without having to waste fuel. Well, you use fuel to make power. But if I need a large number of alloys quickly, this is the way to do it. Or you can supply, or you can make steel here, again. But since steel is automated, I don't, or like I can, do I got any raw stuff in there? Let's see, raw. I don't have any raw metal, nope. Or... Nope, yeah, I don't store the raw stuff in the system. Okay, so that's important to realize. You don't store something in your system, you can't deal with it. But if I needed to make something, can I? Yes, I can. Basically, this is going to be some sort of, well, eye candy. I mean, it's nice eye candy, but still eye candy. Because mostly, I mean, if I need a lot of alloys, but I probably won't, because this is like the ultimate form of, like, processing materials. It also can make alloys quite quickly. Like, say I need a lot of Constantin, which is copper and nickel. I think, like, Constantin here, which is copper and nickel. So let's go. I'll grab a stack of copper and a stack of nickel and show you how well it works. I think the nickel goes there, and the copper would go in there. Yep, Constantin ingots. Like, here's the recipes. Plus, it can also recycle stuff. So if you got too much of something and you need it recycled, here's how you can recycle it. Even recycles old tools. As you can hear, it's pretty darn loud. Which is why it's always good to put on your ear defenders. But, ladies and gentlemen, the arc furnace. Let's swap those again. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Between episodes, I'm going to be building a whole factory building around this and getting it to work. I hope you enjoyed my explanation of how to build it. And, well, honestly, I don't find it that useful, but if you're going to be playing in maybe in a long-term world and in a regular world where you might want to eventually build the excavator, this might be useful for you. It might not, but I definitely do not recommend automating it, as it's way too complex to automate, in my humble opinion. I mean, it also requires a ton of power. Now that it's running, let's check. I'm going to check something, actually. Let's go here. Let's go look. It's barely dropping. So my own power grid here is working, but maybe you won't have. So this will probably be. So this is why the power station I built before is actually a good idea before you build the arc furnace, because it used a lot of power. And of course, the electrodes were important in the last episode for this, because without the electrodes, the arc furnace doesn't work. But that's really all I've got for this episode, folks. Until next time, folks. My name is Swag. I'll see you next time on another episode of Creative Engineering. Until then, God bless, and I'll see you next time. Farewell!